Jewish, making that game so dangerous. They got style, they got codes, they got a story that's never been told. They'll keep you wanting more, it's the essence of their score. Gems and charlatans, just another trickster, hustler, swindler man. Ooh, if you knew how deep this scheme, it would haunt your dreams. Now it's time to bring them to their knees. Red flag, white flag.
What's your problem, pal?
Excuse me?
Yeah, why don't you move your shtick along? Okay, I'm not sharing my tips with you if that's what you're angling for.
Oh, right. Is this a performance? So you like the tube actor and the Spider-Man down the street? I have to say, you're very good.
Yeah, so why don't you go bother them? You're bad for my business.
The devil isn't finished with you yet. You see, what I hate more than anything is a liar, a charlatan, someone who doesn't believe in what they say.
So what are you going to do about it?
Why, expose you, of course. Welcome back, everybody, and let's talk about the top 20 red flags and how to spot a fake rabbi. Now, let's get started. Number 1, no credentials, no former rabbi, no yeshiva. A self-taught charlatan may use some of the following excuses. They will claim that Hashem alone is their teacher. This prevents you from questioning anything. Essentially, it's a claim that removes them from having to offer proof, avoid accountability, and silences folks who are afraid of being accused of not having emunah, faith. They may bluntly state that they had a rabbi, but they will not offer that rabbi's name. Instead, they'll use a school from times past. For example, they'll say, well, I learned from the best, from those with the same school of thought as Chaim Vital, or the Lubavitcher Rebbe, or the Arizal, but they will never give you the name of the rabbi that they learned from directly. Number 2, if the person who is teaching Judaism claims that they have new and original ideas that have never been peer-reviewed, this is a major red flag. It might be an indication that they simply don't want to face scrutiny. Number 3, when asking what their views are about any given subject, especially about another religion, they will only give you the definition or fact about what you asked about, but withhold their opinion. A real rabbi should do both because they know that their opinion will not conflict with Orthodox Judaism and they have nothing to hide. Number 4, they delete several posts, videos, blogs, vlogs, or whatever you want to call it the minute that they are criticized. While we can all delete things from time to time, if you start to see multiple videos and multiple posts being taken down as a direct result to criticism, that's usually a red flag. For example, I recently called out Rose, who is the wife of Yira Harari, for celebrating Christmas, and guess what? Now that video has been deleted. Or maybe just hidden. Who knows? Number 5, they never acknowledge mistakes, especially when those mistakes happen publicly. They have an excuse for everything and don't take accountability. This can happen because people don't have the proper humility to be in a leadership position, or they've conveyed themselves as a prophet or a messiah or as somebody who knows more than anybody else. I've even seen this with One for Israel Ministries where they've given a source, but that source has been proven to not actually have a source to it, such as when David Stern lied. Number 6, they don't have a real name and only use an alias. And let me explain this a little bit. I'm not talking about they don't provide their given name or their government name necessarily, but they don't even have a legitimate Hebrew name that someone can look up and say, oh, okay, they had a bar mitzvah, they were circumcised on this day, they've been affiliated with this congregation, another rabbi knows them by that name. Even if their alias is a Hebrew name, but it can't be verified as a legitimate name that was given to them either by a Jewish mother or a rabbi, then it's most likely a Hebrew name that they gave themselves when they decided they wanted to believe in Judaism. Number 7, they get caught in small and big lies that expose a much deeper problem. Now, let's talk about this for a second, because exposing that someone is a liar is a form of criticism, but not all criticism says that the individual is lying. There's a difference. I'm specifically talking about habitual line steppers and blatantly dishonest people. For example, rabbis who say that they are rabbis when they're actually preachers, and that Messianic Judaism is actually a form of Judaism when it's really just Christianity. Number 8, Female rabbis. There are a lot of strong, powerful voices in the Jewish community. You have Jewish women who aren't married to a rabbi. They simply know what they're talking about, and they've chosen to communicate very important teachings. You have got so many amazing women married to rabbis out there that we call a rebbitzin, who also give teachings. And you have Noahide leaders who also come forward to give teachings. But none of them will claim to be a rabbi. This woman right here claims to be a rabbi, but she is not a legitimate rabbi. She's a fake rabbi and probably a part of some reform movement. Number 9, the handful of people that go around cursing others that they don't like. You will never see a legitimate rabbi do this. And while I don't believe in curses, look at these two mental giants right here. Safira Ari, which has been one of Rose's many names, Rose being the wife of Yira Harari. Look, just look at what she has to say.
I'm blocking you. It's a shame. You have to hate on me because I'm absolutely beautiful.
Right. Okay, and then if you look at her husband's comment, this is on a separate video now, he says,
"You will be in the pits of Gehinnom, reincarnated as a maggot."
What? I mean, I'm sorry, but, what? Just stay far away from people like this. Number 10. We are halfway there, folks. Now let's talk about number 10. They can't prove to you that they're even Jewish. If they cannot confirm to you that they converted with an Orthodox Bet Din that's recognized by the chief rabbinate of Israel, or that they were born to a Jewish mother, if they cannot prove, not just say, but prove any of those things, do not believe them. Now, there are some people who are well known in the community, and therefore the status of their mother is well known. However, there are individuals that nobody's even heard of that come out of left wing and decide that they're Jewish. And the reason that you need to be alert about this is because infiltrators from the outside, such as Christian missionaries, have pretended to be rabbis before. It's not something exclusively Christians do. It could be anybody who wants to infiltrate the Jewish community. Number 11. Any rabbi who persistently and consistently bolsters about being a tzaddik. Number 12. You can't ask them hard questions because they see it as a challenge to their authority.
And you will respect my authority.
Number 13, teachers who cheat on their wife. Number 14, the ones that promote and smoke cannabis. Number 15, they are absolute and total and utter hypocrites. And number 16, they are a hardcore reformer. All of that is just Jewish cosplay. Number 17, they might tell you that they are your spiritual father. Now, if one learns to love their rabbi as a father and treats them with respect as a father, that is different. That can happen between many of the young men in yeshiva, between them and their rabbi. That's one thing. But if somebody asserts it to you and you've barely known them, or you've never even hinted to the fact that you look at them like a father, that's most likely emotional manipulation. Also, the term spiritual father is used interchangeably with things like shepherd. And this is a good indication that you're either dealing with a Gnostic or a Messianic Jews for Jesus Hebrew rooter. Number 18, they establish their credibility by having some sort of extraordinary experience, or one might say, a supernatural experience. It's the only thing that they have. They never went to yeshiva, they didn't study with a rabbi, and everything else. They simply base their knowledge and credibility and authority on their supernatural experience alone. Number 19, they either only embrace the Peshat and reject the Kabbalah, or they only embrace the Kabbalah and reject the Peshat. And while there are Christian Kabbalists out there, yes, that's a thing, and Gnostics, obviously, who get into Kabbalah, most of the time, Messianic Jews and Hebrew rooters will reject Kabbalah. And that's a big indication that they probably believe in Yeshu. And even if they didn't believe in Yeshu, they're probably a Karaite, which isn't great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have arrived to number 20. The rabbi whose reality check bounced at the bank and needs a new pair of glasses because they just don't see things clearly. Do you really think that these rabbis marching with Palestinians see things clearly? Or the rabbis that tell you you can go ahead and eat pork, or it's not a big deal if you put a little cheese on your burger? Or these ridiculous rabbis who are telling people it's okay if you marry a Noahide because at least they're not practicing some sort of other religion. Nah, it doesn't matter that the non-Jewish woman doesn't want to convert, and your children will not be Jewish unless they convert, or even better yet, how about a Jewish woman that marries a non-Jewish man? Not a big deal, right? He's not practicing another religion. And the kids will be Jewish, but guess what? It's still an intermarriage. Or the rabbi that says, go ahead, have whatever intimate relationship you want. No ketubah needed. Love is love. Do you really think that this rabbi is seeing things clearly? Nope, he's just telling you to play things your own way, not by the ways of Torah. Well, that's all for today, folks. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and comment below.
Nobles to be found. They write their lines, they wish, making that game so dangerous. They got style, they got codes, they got a story that's never been told. They'll keep you wanting more. It's the essence of their scorn.